Well, hello there, people, and I want to make a video on Coulter. You know, Coulter is one of these people that, your so-called kind of your Fox News conservatives, your more mainline conservatives will look up to and say, how great she is. When in reality, she's just a neocon who sucks. And it's just, there's a difference between Republican and conservative. Ann Coulter's a fucking Republican. Alright, she's not a conservative. And this is why she's not a conservative. So let me just play the clip here. Just an absurd statement saying women should not be able to vote. So let me turn up the volume here. Alright.
Because of immigration, Romney would have won a bigger landslide than Reagan did against Carter in 1980.
Really? Well, the other big problem with that was women voters. Women should have the right to vote, but should they vote?
Well, as you know, my position is women should not have the right to vote.
Good.
It's very popular on college campuses.
Yeah, I mean, we'll lose the odd Ann as collateral damage, but...
No, we can still write books. We can run for office.
You just can't vote.
Exactly.
How about if you don't pay tax, you can't vote?
So there you go, people. Ann Coulter comes out and says that women should not be able to have the right to vote. So she's basically saying, that she's basically saying she shouldn't be able to vote herself. I mean, so she's basically being sexist here. Just horrible. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if, I don't know why this wasn't a bigger news story either. Her coming out and saying this. This was just horrible. And it's sad that this is one of your, you could argue this is one of the top, mainline conservatives out there in the world. And when she's coming out and saying that, it's fucking sad, and, they're just laughing about it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's really funny, if we were to ban women from voting, which, again, is just a totally sexist thing. And, while certain groups of people tend to be for, different things that I don't agree with, I believe women tend to be more liberal. But the answer is not to ban women from voting. The answer is to inform people about the issues. Alright, this is ridiculous that we have her coming out and saying this. A truly sick statement. I mean, if you want this Ann Coulter, then why don't you just go live in fucking a third world country like North Korea? Why don't you bow down to Kim Jong-un? I mean, come on. I mean, do you people agree with me, though, that this is just absurd of her to say that? I mean, just come out and just say that women shouldn't be able to vote. And again, it's like you can make the argument. I see some people might make the argument like, oh, we should just restrict one thing. All right, we should. So let's say, for example, there's some controversial shit. Somebody puts a fucking, a racist symbol on their front, on their lawn. All right, and then so some people might make the argument, oh, since 95% of people don't agree with that, or 99% of people don't like that or agree with it, we should take that down. Well, then it's gonna be, we're gonna, be taking a bunch of shit down, and it's just gonna open Pandora's box for things to be restricted. So in the short term, when you see people trying to do that shit, it might work, but it's just gonna open Pandora's box and create a whole tyrannical hellhole. So Ann Coulter is a fucking tyrant for coming out and saying this. She's a neocon who loves the drug war, who loves all these unconstitutional, horrible, wars based upon lies. She loves the war in Iraq and still claims it's what a great war that was. Yeah, a great war based on lies. How can you come out and say that the war was so great if it was based on lies? She argues for the government maintaining their viewpoint that marriage should be between a man and a woman, and while you should be able to have your personal viewpoints, you should not force that viewpoint onto other people. So it's just crazy. Ann Coulter, your typical fucking Republican, your neocon out there. And I made a video on Bill Maher, him fucking, bashing Matt Drudge and blaming him for the South Carolina shooting. Yeah, I want to make the point here that Bill Maher is, one of the top leftist people out there, top liberals. And I want to make the point that I don't like the left. I don't like Bill Maher. But I also don't like one of the top people on the right, and Coulter. I don't like any of them. I don't like the left. I don't like the right. I'm a libertarian. I'm a real conservative. So I'm not really in left or right. So there you go, people. A lot of my viewpoints, the left or the right won't agree with. But that's how it is. They want to make, it's all just, you're either a Republican or a Democrat. What are you? Are you a Republican or a Democrat? Well, there's more options, all right? But there you go, people. They just want to give you two options. They just want to give you Coke and Pepsi. Well, there's more fucking options than just Coke and Pepsi. I don't drink Coke and Pepsi either because it's fucking filled with sugar and high fructose corn syrup. But that's besides the point. But there you go, people. And Coulter coming out with just an absurd statement saying women should not be able to have the right to vote. So there you go, people.